Namaste, welcome to practice. Thank you for joining for this class. My name is Nat Kendall. The class is called Inspire and it's part of our Daily Rhythms series. These are 30-minute practices. We're going to do a little bit of asana, a little bit of pranayama, and a little bit of meditation. For me, these are the 3 pillars of our practice. So today's class will do some good asana to kind of get you moving. And then we'll work on Kapalabhati, which is a very inspiring breathwork practice. And then we're going to sit still in meditation for a moment with a clear mind and an open heart. Sound good? Great. We'll start with a mantra, the prayer to teachers mantra. This is a prayer to all the teachers that have come into our lives in their many different forms. So you can take the hands together in front of the heart and simply repeat after me. We'll do it one line at a time. Om Guru Brahma, Om Guru Brahma, Om Guru Vishnu, Om Guru Vishnu, Om Guru Deva Maheshwara, Om Guru Deva Maheshwara, Om Guru Sakshat, Om Guru Sakshat, Om Param Brahma, Om Param Brahma, Tasmahi Shri, Tasmahi Shri, Gurave, Gurave, Namaha, Namaha. And then one Om, all together. Deep inhale. Aham. Close your eyes for a moment. I offer it all back to the teachers that have illuminated my path, to the ones that came along in the very beginning and they initialized that spark, and to the ones that have kept the spark alive in my heart, to the ones that have fanned the flames, to the ones that have reminded me that, well, I only have so much time in this body, so to make peace with it here and now. And to the teacher of truth, to the teacher nearby, and to the teacher beyond all words, to the one that no one could ever describe fully, I offer it all back, and I offer myself into this practice. Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Beautiful. From here, let's come into tabletop, hands and knees. We're going to move this beautiful body for a moment. So you're going to arrive here, tabletop position. We're going to just come through a few rounds of cat-cow. So to initiate it, rock your pelvis forward, send your tailbone back. Look forward and a little up. And this is your inhale for cow pose. And then we'll exhale into our cat pose. So you arch the spine, you tuck the chin, and you wrap the tailbone down between the legs. We'll do that again. Inhale, we'll spill the pelvis forward. Let it undulate all the way through the spine. And then exhale, cat pose. Hug the tailbone down. Spread the shoulder blades wide. How about 2 more? Inhale, cow pose. Belly goes towards the earth. Exhale, cat pose. Rounding in. Arms strengthen. Chin tucks. 1 more. Moving slow and steady with the breath. Exhale, cat pose. Curl it in. Good. Inhale, flat back, neutral spine. Now you're going to curl your toes under, and with your exhale, down dog. So you're going to send the hips up and back into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog pose. And you give yourself a couple rounds of breath right here. And just move it around any way that you'd like. Sometimes it can be nice to bend one knee, straighten out the other leg, and then switch. One more breath right here. And we'll find ourselves in downward facing dog. And you're going to just walk your hands all the way back towards your feet. Once you arrive there, take the hands to the back of the skull, interlace your fingers. Let everything hang heavy here. Let the back of the neck lengthen. And if you would like to invite a little sway side to side, feel free. Good, and then pause in neutral. Release your hands down towards the earth. Look up to the top of the mat. Take an inhale, lengthen your spine. And with your exhale, walk your hands back into downward facing dog. Good, downward facing dog. Now, release the weight of the head. Look back at your feet in down dog. And with an inhale, lift both of your heels. Good. With an exhale, bend both of your knees. And look forward. And with your next inhale, plank. Rock forward. And exhale back, downward facing dog. Let's try that again. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, plank. Exhale, back, down dog. Let's do one more, just like that. Inhale, stretch up high on all the toes you have. Exhale, bend your knees, sink them low, look forward. Inhale, plank, slide into it. Exhale, back, down dog. Beautiful. Now, almost the same thing. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale to bend your knees, look toward your thumbs, think lightness, and just step or hop to the top of the mat. Once you arrive, inhale, halfway lift. This is Ardha Uttanasana. We really try and extend long through the spine. And exhale, Uttanasana. It's our forward fold. We pour the weight in over the legs. Let's try that again. Inhale, halfway lift. So if you want, you can slide the hands up to the shins. Exhale, deepen your fold. Pour the breath out. One more time, just like that. Inhale, halfway lift. Really send the breath long to the tailbone. And exhale, we'll deepen our fold, pouring the breath out. This time we'll inhale all the way up to stand. The arms help us reach all the way overhead, grow really tall. And then exhale, hands come together in front of the heart. Good. Arms are going to release. Now we'll do one of my favorite poses, which is chair pose. So step your feet together, bend your knees and sink your hips and let your fingertips touch the earth. Good. Then we'll use the inhale to circle the arms up. And we'll hold here in Utkatasana for one exhale. You're going to hold for one more full breath in. And you're going to hold for one more full breath out. One more breath in. And this time with your exhale, dive in, straighten the legs. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. With your exhale, plank position. Let's step back one foot at a time. We're going to pause there. We'll hold for one inhale. With your exhale, rock a little forward and lower all the way to the earth. Slow and steady. And then untuck your toes. Let's do a cobra pose here. So inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, release the chest and the chin. Let's do 2 more like that. Inhale, wrap the shoulders down the back, lift the heart. And exhale, release. 1 more. Inhale, lifting the heart. And exhale to release. Now from here, press yourself up, hands and knees. And then you're going to curl your toes and come into down dog once again. In your downward facing dog, now you're going to take your right leg up to the sky. You're going to stretch it up nice and tall. Then we're going to come into a warrior one. So you're going to step your right foot forward, spin your left heel down. You're going to rise up, taking the arms up and overhead. So feel your arms energized, reaching up, really inspired. Feel the legs start to get their strength down from the earth. Feet root in. Couple more rounds of breath here in Virabhadrasana A, our warrior one shape. Gaze is steady and inspired out in front of you. 1 more breath. Good, and from here we're going to take the hands to the heart, hands down to the earth, and we'll step it back, downward facing dog. From our down dog, we're going to inhale forward into a plank. And with our exhale, we'll do either chaturanga, which is halfway in, or all the way to the earth. Inhale, up dog, or cobra, your choice on this. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Now from your down dog, let's take our left leg up to the sky, stretch it way up. And then we'll step that foot forward for our warrior one, second side. Right heel spins down. Use the inhale to reach the arms up. Spend about 5 rounds of breath right here. Now notice I can really stamp that right heel down into the earth behind me, and it helps strengthen that right leg. But then I can still sink in a little bit deeper into my left hip, to that left knee. So you find this inspiration to reach up. Your strength is going up. Couple more deep rounds of breath right here. One more big breath. Go ahead. Hands draw together at the heart. Hands down to the earth. Step back, down dog. You can stay in your down dog, or we're going to wash this off with a vinyasa. So inhale, ripple forward into our upper plank. Exhale, lower into chaturanga or all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale brings you back, downward facing dog. Great. Down dog. Now we're going to take our right leg up to the sky. This time we'll bend the right knee, stack the right hip over the left, opening the hips up. And warrior two this time. So square off the hips, step the right foot forward, spin the left heel down. Inhale, circle left arm all the way up and over. So you can arrive here, Virabhadrasana B. This time we'll do about 5 rounds of breath right here. So using that Ujjayi pranayama, that beautiful whisper-like quality as the breath comes in and out slowly through the nose. Last couple breaths right here. One more full round of breath. You're doing great. Good. Let's reverse our warrior. So inhale, reach the right arm up. You can take the left hand to the left thigh. Go nice and tall here. Then we'll rise back up like warrior two. And then we'll cartwheel both hands down to the earth, step back into our plank position. From our plank, you can move through one vinyasa. So you could lower half or all the way. Inhale for the heart opener. Exhale back to down dog as you're ready. Well, we'll do all that on the second side. So you're going to take your left leg up to the sky. Bend the left knee. Stack your left hip over your right. Arms are strong and active. And then we'll set up for our warrior two. Square off the hips. Step your left foot forward. Spin the right heel down. Use the inhale. Circle the right arm all the way up and over. And arrive here. Virabhadrasana B. Notice if your shoulders are up by your ears, just relax. Let them roll down the back body. Feel both of your feet engaged. And imagine you could zip up the inner lines of the legs. You could hug the belly in. You could wrap the tailbone under. A couple more rounds of breath. Active arms, but not over-exaggerated. One more deep breath right here. Good. Let's reverse it. Left arm circling all the way up. You can take that right hand to the top of the left thigh or back behind you. And then rise back up, warrior two. And then we'll cartwheel the hands down. We'll step back into our plank position. From our plank, we'll lower through one vinyasa, or you can always skip it and go right to down dog. We'll find a heart opener. And then we'll exhale back, downward facing dog. Very nice. From your down dog, lower your knees. Have a seat on your heels. And then we'll sit off to the left. We're going to set up for a spinal twist. So you're going to take your right foot outside your left thigh and then extend your left leg forward. Setting up for a seated spinal twist, you'll take the right hand back behind you. This becomes like a kickstand. See how I can lean a little further forward when that hand drives into the earth? Good. And then you can hug that right knee in and then try to wrap your heart towards the right. A few rounds of deep rhythmic breath right here. The Ujjayi is that oceanic sounding breath in the depths of the throat. Just that slow whisper so that we can participate with the breath a bit more. Let's find one more round of breath. Good. And then you're going to carefully come up through center. Now you're going to uncross. You're going to take that right foot to the inner line of your left leg. You're going to set up for a Janu Shirshasana. So you're going to open that right knee off to the right. Sole of the right foot, inner line of your left leg. Go ahead. Reach your arms up and overhead. Nice big inhale here. And then with your exhale, you're going to bow over your left leg. And so once you arrive, you stay with the breath, really participating with it. So each inhale is an opportunity to lengthen a little bit, to give yourself more space. And then each exhale is an opportunity to deepen your fold. And so you just kind of churn in between those two spaces. Last couple breaths right here. Now to come out of this, first of all, lift your gaze over your toes, reach your arms a little further forward. You're going to use a flat back, and with an inhale, we'll come all the way up. Good, and then exhale, hands together in front of the heart. Just a moment to pause. Release your hands, draw your right knee in, and then extend your right leg. Good. Now, setting up for the spinal twist on the second side, draw the left knee in carefully, cross that foot over your right thigh. You're going to take your left hand back behind you. See how I can press in and lift the heart a bit so I'm not collapsing? Good. And then wrap that arm around your left knee, hug it in, and start to give yourself a little bit of a spin towards the left. You can let your face really relax and soften, so you don't need to be trying to present anything right now. You can just be with the breath, be with the shape, be with the pose. One more. Good. Come up through center. You're going to uncross and then open the left knee off to the left. So Janu Shirshasana on the second side. You're going to make sure that left foot's to the inner line of your right leg. And I like to actually externally rotate a little bit more in my thigh. It helps this knee. Good. And then spin the gaze towards the right leg. Reach your arms up. We'll take a big inhale to go tall and reach up. And then with our exhale, we're going to carefully fold in over the right leg. Now we'll participate with the breath in the same way, so that inhale creates a little more space, a little more opportunity. And then the exhale, we can deepen the fold a bit more. Please don't overdo it, okay? Just find what is right for you. Find what is right for your body in this shape. Stay very present with your breath. Stay very vigilant with how you use it. I'll spend a couple more rounds of breath right here. One more big breath. Good. Now to come out, first of all, lift your gaze over your toes. Reach the arms forward. You'll use that flat back, really strong back muscles, and an inhale to pull yourself up. Arms reach up. And then exhale, hands come together in front of the heart. Good. Release your hands. You're going to draw your right knee in and then just cross that right foot over your left thigh. Just coming into some type of seated posture. If that doesn't work for you, you can come more into a Sukhasana variation. And if you need to elevate the hips a little bit, totally fine. You can sit on a blanket or a block. You can sit on anything that helps you find a solid foundation in your seated posture. Good. Arriving here, now we're going to do some breath work. We're going to do a practice that is called Kapalabhati. And if you're pregnant, I'm going to ask that you skip this and just stay with some slow Ujjayi pranayama. Otherwise, what we do, I'll talk you through it, is we sip in just a little bit of air. So we empty everything out first, and then we draw in about 1/3 of the capacity. And then it's very quick, forceful pumping with the navel out the nose. So it's just out the nose, nothing to do with the mouth. And the inhale is very passive. So I'll start it, and then you can join in. So first of all, empty out all the breath. And then sip in about 1/3 of the breath. And then begin. And keep going. We'll do about maybe 20 more seconds. So you can keep that quick, forceful pumping of the navel. Breath, just quick thrusts out the nose. Keep going for about 10, for 9, for 8, keep going, last 7, for 6, Keep going for 5. Stay strong for 4. Last 3. For 2. And 1. Take a slow inhale all the way in. All the way into the very top. When you hit the top, pause there, tuck your chin, draw your navel in towards your spine, hold the fullness of the breath. Hold here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, 1. Lift your chin, slow exhale out the nose. Now just return your breath to a natural rhythm. You can keep your eyes closed. Just feel the breath slowly travel in and out through the nose, up and down. Kapalabhati can sometimes be translated as skull shining breath. A way to really clear up the mind for a moment. Let the mind be hyper present. Let it be very oxygenated and focused. Let it be inspired. A couple more slow, deep breaths right here. And then let the breath just start to slowly vanish into the background. So it's still present, you're still following it. But we'll just spend a couple minutes in meditation or just sitting still. Sometimes meditation feels like we should experience something, but that's not necessarily true. You can simply let your eyes close, let the mind rest for a moment. And it's not to say that thoughts won't come and go, but we don't attach ourselves to them. We just simply arrive here in this body with a tall spine. Feel the ground down below us. Feel a spacious depth and creativity back behind the eyes. An expansive imagination. A willingness to simply just look and notice the thoughts and then let them go. Spend one more minute right here, sitting quietly together. Stay with it about 30 more seconds. The eyes are softly closed. Don't worry about what comes next. Be inspired by what is here right now. Be inspired by this experience. And then all together, take a slow, deep inhale through the nose all the way in. Open your mouth, a slow sigh. Let your eyes softly and slowly start to flutter open as you come back. And take the hands together in front of the heart. I hope that this 30-minute practice session is one that brought you a moment of inspiration, a glimpse of clarity. You can always turn back to this practice at any time as part of our Daily Rhythms series and find others that will support you throughout the day. My friends, thank you for joining on practice. My name is Nat Namaste.